Greetings, Joneses. This is Paul Sylvain of the Morel Jones channel. It is April 7th. I'm currently in Logansport, Indiana, chilling out in my hometown, just taking it easy. Went to Bob Evans, got a big meal. Just kind of sitting here relaxing for a few days, letting the cold pass. This will be my longest break of my whole journey. Been out here 80 days. I went 79 days, and I've went 1,322 miles. I've got 99 miles to Lake Michigan, and I think less than 80 to the border, 76 miles to Michigan, which is my goal. So I basically got 76 miles to go. And instead of music or whatever, I just wanted to do a voiceover for this next to last video. This video will precede the last one, and I'm unable to take as many pictures because of weather. The past couple days, as I came into Logan and Kokomo, or left Kokomo and came into Logan, it's just been raining. It's going to be raining today, tomorrow, and it'll be freezing cold all weekend. So I just got a room for a week, and I just bombing around town, and wanted to talk about some of the good and the bad I learned out there. The good, of course, is the kind acts of strangers. People handing me money, waters, meals. Spending their time with me, though, is the most valuable thing to me. Your time is priceless, and you can't reprint time. It always has the same value to each of us, and I appreciate that. I always have a lot to say, and I know I have a hard time listening, and I cut people off, and I'm sometimes short and rude and can't always get my points across. I get going on a track, and that's not even the right way. I'm not perfect, is what I'm basically trying to say. I know that. I have many sins and many faults. I've been called many names, but as far as, I don't think anyone's perfect. Cancel culture doesn't work. My favorite story is A Christmas Carol, where Ebenezer Scrooge is a redeemable old man who lived a life of greed and selfishness and is the most worst form of evil there is. That's worse than any other sins you can do, is be evil and greedy and super wealthy and not be sharing that, not be making other people's lives either. If you're in causing or prolonging human suffering, that's trespassing, okay? That's what trespassing really is. And I know that's what it is. We could all do better, especially me, to help each other not suffer. I got rough with one person on this journey and yelled at another person, a young man who had needle tracks, and I called him a drug addict and berated him because he was following me. He's going to rob me when I go to bed at night. And instead of being angry in my fight or flight, going to fight and just wanting to, eliminate this danger, I could have compassion. Like, what do you need? What can I give you out of my pack that make you want to stop doing this? What do you think I have? Drugs? I don't have drugs. Is that what you need? Because I don't have any. I don't do that. I got a vape pen with some CBD in it. Do you want that? It doesn't get you high, man. It just helps you with your joints. But, I'll smoke THC when I'm in Michigan, but I think I was in... No, I had Delta 8. And that does make me feel a little weird. But it isn't what that heroin addict wants, or fentanyl, I guess, makes them... I don't know what it does. The cops told me that it makes you hyper. I thought when I walked through New York, they were taking heroin or something, and they was passing out. Like, they was like asleep in the road in front of me when I was walking. And I'm walking over human beings with needles in their arms, and that's what I thought it was like. And this dude was hyper, like he was on meth. And he was going to catch me and take my bag and stuff. And another one had a knife on a bike, and I had to disarm him. and somehow I broke my own rib in that one. It was like a serrated bread knife. It was huge. It was so stupid. But he was saying he was going to get my pack, and somehow I ended up with the knife and kind of threw the knife in the woods and pushed him on the ground and hurt my own rib. But anyway, that's about the negative stuff. And the needles all over. There's needles all over, and they wipe their needles on the toilet paper in the bathroom stalls at all the public bathroom places, so you can't use public toilet paper anymore. I mean, how inconsiderate and unkind is that, you know? You're up there with them wealthy people that own South Beach that kicked me off the beach at 10 p.m. You're the reason we can't sleep there. It's because you're throwing needles all over the beach, and who wants to stay? I don't want you there either. I mean, and then you look at the homeless shelters around Walmarts, like over Pennsylvania, Florida, everywhere you go. They just leave their trash out and shit on the ground. They don't bury it. That's disgusting, homeless people. You're just sitting there not working. Just carry your trash to the trash, you know. Clean up a place when you're there camping. Maybe they'll want you around and ask you, do you need help? You know, and they'll have compassion. You've got it to where they hate even me. And I'm walking cross country. I've done charities and stuff, and I got people trying to hit me and stuff, and yelling stuff at me, wanting their dogs to attack me because they think I'm you. They think I'm this drug addict throwing needles everywhere and trashing places. I have a shovel to bury my poop. You know, and I'll admit I haven't been able to do it every time because I'm kind of old and I don't always make it where I'm supposed to. And I'm sorry. I feel bad about it. I'll do my time for that. I'll make myself pick up trash in parks or something for a while for doing that. But that's between me and nature. And trust me, I keep a good balance. Ask somebody. But I've had great experiences with humans out here, and I do think it's like therapy. One of my friends I made asked me that. You know, we talked about my mental illness and some of the things I've suffered in my life, and how you go through a healing and a process where you just have inward thinking, and you're just left with all this time to think. But every time somebody asks me, why are you doing this? Like, I walked for 16 miles that day thinking, why am I doing this? And, you know, this person cusses at me, or this person tries to almost hits me, or tries to, however you want to look at it. This person you know, there's a lot of negativity if you want to weigh it. You know, it depends how you put it on the scale. Are you going to put every negative stone on that scale? And then it's not going to come out so good. You aren't going to feel good at the end of the day. But if you choose to put every kind grain of sand on there that you can pick out, you'll always feel better. And I can't do that every day. You know, I'm a very balanced person, but some days I just have to be negative. You know, I don't think makes me a bad person or evil. I just have bad days. I have mental illness. I should have all bad days, and I'm doing, you know, I have to accept the way things are, just like you should accept me. And I was horrible to AT&T employees. I was cussing at them, berating them, because I wasn't able to use my data, and it was very suspicious. And then they did send me a thing saying, oh, we got this AT&T Protect. So it was something they did to try to get me to buy something. You know, they mess up your phone, so hopes you'll call. Then they try to throw this pitch at you. And I kind of catch them in it, and I go bonkers a little bit. I get a little bit evil, because I hate wealth. I mean, it brings out my dark side. I'm not going to go on the battlefield, Armageddon or whatever they want to call it, with my butter knife, not wielding hate. You better believe it. You'll see it. You'll know where I'm at on that field. It ain't going to be a problem. But I've contained it pretty well up to this point. And I've tried to work more kindnesses in my life than evils. I think we should all try to do that. The devil isn't outside. It lives in each of us. You know, we all have good and bad. There's not good people and bad people. There's worse people and better people maybe this day or that day. But, you know, one day the best person in the world may help the best person, or hurt the best person may hurt the worst person. You know, you don't know. How you got, why are we so cancel culture and deplatforming? I don't even want your platforms. I think it's stupid. What, like Facebook? So I can go get what, like kudos from lazy people? They don't even want to watch a video or read into something very far. They don't want to understand there's more than one layer to this onion. When you make a twisted walking stick, you can't just pop it off there. You got to work the wood. You got to peel out the vine. You got to dig down to the grains. You got to bring out its beauty. You got to search for this, good diamonds don't just lay out on the surface. Gold isn't just laying out everywhere on the surface. It's hidden. So people are the same way. You got to take time. You got to take it with a grain of salt. You get a little bad with a little good. I mean, you're doing good if you get that. And ain't no wonder people are afraid to show their good side, because they feel weak. And all the hyenas and jackals and the lions and tigers all come out, the predators. We got an ecosystem we built called a economy that is made up of predators. There are, you need to think of it like an ecosystem. Can someone build an economy that is more built like a reef? Okay, instead of a pool of sharks, you got a pool of sharks. That's capitalism. Well, let's try this, folks. And I need a whiteboard. I think my next video, when I'm done with this, I'm going to get a whiteboard and start telling you all how to solve your problems and call it Wisdom of the Homeless. Thank you, Matt Swisher. Because I'm homeless and I have wisdom. And I'm telling you, I do have wisdom. I am cultured. I have walked through major cities that are wonderful, and I've walked through parts of the rural America that has scared the life out of you. They shoot at you and their dogs want to eat you, and they're going to put you in the ground with a backhoe. Now, you all got it twisted. Where's safe and what's not safe in your gated, closed communities. America, this land is your land. This land is my land. You stole from the Native Americans anyway. I mean, it's funny how possessive you are of stolen property. No trespassing. All your signs that say everybody with a no trespassing sign every 20 feet, you ought to put up no kindness here. No kindness here. No kindness here. That's what you should have on your trees, sir and ma'am, in possession of stolen indigenous property. Worked and built up by enslaved people. How possessive can you be of this stolen property? You can feel it's fleeting, right? That's why you got your signs up. Well, put up the right sign. No kindness. Because when I own the woods, everybody, it's going to say, everybody welcome. That's right. No wealthy welcome here. If you own more than 5 acres, you can't enter. Go to your own horde. But, yeah, I know where the scum is. I know the cause of the problem. Let's get back to this ecosystem that you built. See, in a reef system, you have sublife. You have like algae and plankton and the krill that feed the big whales that are healthy, and they all live together in harmony. It's not an attack. Everything's abundant. Let's do that. Anybody who's with me, that knows how to do the math. E equals MC squared. I equals you. You equals me. Love equals life. Kindness is everything. You're good as gold. Let's be shiny.
Go home, buddy. Go on.